All right, so for installing AutoText, you're going to either search for AutoText in Google, and it should be one of the first couple of results, or you can just go to jitbit.com and you can type in /AutoText, and it'll take you to this page. It's free for personal use, and there is a commercial license available, so you'll need to determine whether your use is going to be personal or commercial for this. So getting it's very easy. Just click on the download link, and I will save it on my desktop. And we should see it in the folder for the desktop. There it is. Where is it? There it is. AutoText setup.exe was downloaded. It's very small. It's only 548 kilobits. All right, so I'm going to right click on it, and I'm going to choose Run as Administrator. It's going to ask me if I'm sure that I want to do this, and I will click Yes. And you'll go through the license agreement. So accept the agreement. So what this is telling me is that AutoText is running, and it's going to close it automatically for us so that we can install the new version. If you're installing it for the first time, you likely won't see this. So I'm going to go ahead and click Next. And you can see it only takes a second for it to install. There's Launch AutoText. Check that checkbox so it will start. And we'll close the dialog. And then AutoText lives down in the system tray down by your clock. So if I click this little up arrow, I can see it right here. All right. So in order to start adding codes to it, or keywords, they call them, I'll just double click on it and it'll open the program for me. So there's two parts. The left-hand pane is the folder structure, so you can put different keywords in different folders. The right-hand side are all of the keywords that are included in the folder that's highlighted, right? So mine for crypto team build is in here, and it has 6 different keywords to use. So I'm going to go to this one here that I know to be my got backup folder. This program, it's a little weird because sometimes the folder names don't come up when you start it, and you'll close it down, or next time you reboot, it'll come up just fine. But it doesn't seem to affect the operation of the program. So in the right-hand pane, we've got 2 columns. We've got keyword, which is what you'll type, and then we have phrase, which is what AutoText will expand your keyword that you type into. So when I am in a safe list, I will type 9 sub, and it'll replace it with this is the subject. I'll type 9 body, and it'll replace it with this is the body. And as you see down here, if you look at gbody, you can see that it's a whole entire email, right? And we'll see exactly what that looks like. So adding a keyword is super easy. You just click on keywords, new keyword, and then, I like to start them with numbers just so that I can remember them easily. So we can call this one 7, actually, let's call this one 8 Google. And we can say Google.com. All right. So any place I type 8 Google, it'll put in Google.com. Not really effective keyword use, but just for an example, I wanted to show you how to do it. Let's open one that is long. So I'm going to open gbody, which I use for my got backup. And you can see gbody is the keyword. I use everything in plain text. And then you can see when I scroll down here with my arrows, you can see the whole text that it'll type out when I use that keyword. All right. And let's see what that looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and minimize this, and I will go to one of the mailers that I use. I'll go to, let's do that one. Where'd it go? Let's do at Exchange Club. All right, so once I'm at the site, I'll log in as normal. I'm using my proton.me password manager. Log in. For purposes of this video, I'm going to skip over the one-time offers, and we're at the site. So when I want to set up an email, I click on Set Up Ads and View Sites, and I should scroll down, and I should have some solos available, and I'll click on Click Here. All right, so now we have the typical subject, body, and URL fields. So if you remember, one of the keywords that we're looking at is G sub, which is for the subject for my got backup email. So if I type G sub, it replaces the data with the subject of the email. I'll hit tab and I'll type G body. If I could spell right, and you can see I'm not copying and pasting with my mouse going back and forth. Just type it in and there it shows up. And then we'll do the same for the URL. We'll do G link. And there's the link that I'm using. I typically click Save My Ad, and when I click Send, it's going to go ahead and just send it right out for us. So there's the frame break test, and the email has been set up, placed in the queue for sending. So that's using AutoText from start to end. If you're having trouble with it, the first thing I would try, if you're having trouble with it not filling fields for you, first thing I would try is rebooting your computer and making sure that it starts. The way that you see that it has started is after your computer's rebooted, you look in the system tray and you'll see this little A. You could also try to run it as administrator. So I'm going to click on my start button, and I have AutoText here. And when I right click on it, I can run it as administrator. It's going to ask me if I'm sure that I want to allow it to make changes to the device. I'll say yes. And then it's opened. We'll be able to see it. When it's open, you don't see it in the system tray, but when you minimize it, it minimizes to the system tray. So basically, you can create multiple folders and then multiple keywords within each folder, and you type the keyword and the phrase is populated. Very straightforward. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me, and I will try to assist as best I can. Thanks very much. Have a great day.